if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope. Fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream away, standing on a field with you and flowers everywhere. Maybe there is a star with your name. One thing I know is that there should be. There is no one who has a heart as pure, no, not like yours. Dreaming of you. Dreaming of you.
Hey guys, hope you're doing good. Just walking to a meeting today. I have a lunch meeting with other pastors here in town, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful day out today, so thought I would take my drone out while I walked a little bit. I think I said this before, but I used to walk everywhere in town. Like I literally would just, anytime I went anywhere in town, I would walk because the town's only about a mile or so in diameter, so it was just really convenient and good exercise to get out and walk instead of just drive, anywhere. Or at one point I was riding my bike everywhere, but walking I think it's easier to me anyway, especially like if you're going up a hill, it's easier to walk. But anyway, super nice out today. Even on days when it would snow, I would still walk. Even on days when it was scorching hot, I would still walk. I haven't done that in a while. I want to get back to that because it's just such a good exercise to walk. But today it's like perfect weather, like sun shining, good breeze, keeping me cool, not too hot. It's just great. So yeah, got to walk yesterday with my family as well. Just love these nice weather days. Hopefully we have more of these nice weather days before it gets too hot. Of course, spring isn't even officially started yet. I think that starts at the end of March, right? March 20th or so, 22nd, I think, something like that. So hopefully we have a nice, cool weather spring, or warmish weather. I'm not sure how to say that. Do you want cold? Do you want cool? Or do you want warmish? What's your preference in terms of spring? I like kind of like just this, like low 70s weather, not too hot, maybe like a nice breeze. That's like perfect to me. Like fall weather. Think about bonfire weather. That's like the perfect season in my mind. I really do like all the seasons though. There's something nice about each one of them. I love the snow of winter. I love the, that's probably the only thing I like about winter, really. Summer, of course, it's nice. The weather's always nice enough to get outside. Although usually, there's always a few days lately where they're like, don't go outside because it's way too hot, right? Like, there's the heat advisory kind of thing. But in general, summer's nice in terms of you can go out anytime. And then spring and fall, that's just perfect in my mind. Like, there's no, even when it rains in the spring or the fall, it's just like you can go out anytime unless it's just storming. But there's definitely been some days when I've gone for walks, long walks, and and I got caught in the rain, and I was just completely drenched when I got home. Those were the days. I forgot to check the weather forecast and bring an umbrella or something like that, but today's awesome. Today's perfect. I love this kind of weather. Anyway, enough rambling about the weather. So I have a good relationship with other pastors in our community. It's really nice. We get together about once a month and just have lunch and go over things that we can cooperate together with. Right now we're doing this really cool fundraiser in which we raise money for people in our community who are needing help with fixing up their homes, like whether their like roof needs work, or like a ramp, like a wheelchair ramp needs work, or even just kind of like renovation, fix up things around the house. Like I think they've repaired things like water damage, painting, just sometimes just real simple things that need to get fixed around the house. So it's a really cool fundraiser. We've done this before in our town once before, like 10 years ago, but it's just time to do it again. Like, this is the need that our community can really benefit from. Being a small town, sometimes it's hard to get resources for just various things like this, but I mean, small towns are great in that we love to help people in our community, and it's like we all know each other pretty well. Now, I live in a town of about 2,000, so I don't know literally everyone, and yet there's just this camaraderie about a small town, like we're in this together kind of thing. And our small towns are shrinking nowadays, and it's nice to just be able to help each other, Lunch was awesome. Taking some to-go order back to Abby and Raylan's nurse. But yeah, just enjoying this day, enjoying this walk. Super great. If it's nice weather, get outside, man. This is super nice today.
All right, now I'm on the way to pick up kids from school. I feel like I just talk about the same things like all the time on this channel. I know you guys say I'm not boring, but man, I feel like I'm boring, right? I mean, how many times can I talk about the same things and not be boring? 5 times, 10 times, 100 times. I know, probably hasn't been 100 times just yet. I guess I used to talk about more varied things, but when I boil life down to just like what I'm doing each day, it's pretty much the same thing all the time. Tell me if you guys can relate. Do you do the same things all the time? I feel like we're just always doing the same things. And now sometimes the particulars are just a little bit different. Like if we watch a TV show, obviously we're not watching the exact same episode every day. If we watch a movie, we're not watching the same movie every day. I think about when I was a kid, growing up, we did watch the same movies every day. Like, I don't know how many times I watched Back to the Future, but it's probably more than 10, maybe more than 20, probably 20 times a year, actually. So maybe that's just common. Maybe it's normal to do the same boring things every day. I mean, some of you guys are saying, stop calling myself boring, but maybe that's the wrong word. Maybe boring is the wrong word. Maybe the better word is just routine. I'm locked in a routine. I do routine things on a routine basis. And that's life, isn't it? Like a lot of life is just full of all these routines. Life is full of doing the same things over and over and over again. And maybe I shouldn't be so hard on myself of saying I need to make a more unique video, because life sometimes isn't unique. I mean, obviously we're all unique. We each have a different path we're traveling and everything like that. But life itself is full of routines. Life itself is full of doing the same things over and over again. And obviously, as you go through life, it changes a little bit. So maybe right now, of course, I'm doing these set of things over and over and over again. I drop off the kids to school. I sometimes go out for lunch with the pastors. I, do meds every day, do shaker vest every day, prepare Raylan's food bags every day. So there's these routines that we're in right now, but obviously things change too, right? We don't know what's going to happen in the future. Obviously our other kids are growing up, and eventually I'm not going to be taking them to school every day. In fact, this is the last year that Corey's going to be in our house, because this is his senior year. So next school year, I'm just taking Emily, and then halfway through the school year, she might get her license. So maybe we're not even taking her next year, that second half of the school year. So routines change, things change. And that's okay. Maybe I just need to be okay with the season of life right now where I'm doing these routines, knowing that the next season of my life is going to be different routines. I'm curious to know what kind of routines you guys have on a daily basis. Like, are you taking your kids to school? Are you going about the routines of various therapies or education or whatever it is? And how do you think about those things? Do you think that that's boring? Do you think that that's life? Do you think that that's routine? Are you excited about the routines that you have? Are you just kind of like ambivalent? Do they get old? Are they new every morning? I really think that kind of might be part of the key of it. Like, instead of seeing our routines as just boring and just mundane, think of them as being new every morning, and maybe even the joy of being able to do the same things every morning. I think it was C.S. Lewis who wrote something like, whenever God sees a sunrise, it's not that it's boring to him because he's seen a million before. It's that he tells the sun, "Ooh, do it again. Like, do it again. I'll have the sun rise again." And he's excited about the newness of every day. And I think to have that same kind of awe about life, instead of thinking I just have to do the same things every day, instead of thinking, man, I get to do this again and again and again. And instead of losing the excitement about it, really regaining it every morning, like seeing it as fresh and new every day. So what I'm saying is that sometimes how we think about our lives is actually more important than actually what we do with our lives. Like, if we want to be happy, sometimes we just got to choose to be happy. If we want to be excited, sometimes we have to choose to be excited about the things that we know that we're going to be doing. This is true for marriage too. I learned this very, very early on, that like so many marriages break up because of the little things that start to grate on your nerves after you live with somebody for a while. Like, all the little things, whether the person is doing or isn't doing. And I heard some advice from one person, a really wise person who'd been married for a while. He said, all those little things, instead of getting annoyed by them, just decide these are the little things that you're going to enjoy about your spouse. Like, instead of saying, oh, she left her socks on the floor again, saying, oh, bless her heart, she doesn't remember to put the socks where I told her, but that's okay. I can still pick them up and serve her, and I can still just enjoy that she has all these other little things that that are the same kind of aloofness about her that I love. Like, sometimes it's those same things that we can choose to say, I love her because of this rather than in spite of this. So here's my encouragement. Have joy no matter what you're going through. Always know that you can have hope even when life seems hopeless. God bless you. We'll see you again next time.
I'm dreaming of you.